Imagine this: cash, gone. The £10 note in your back pocket, replaced by code living in your phone, backed not by a tech company, but by the government itself. This isn't your mobile banking app. It's not crypto either. This is something completely new: a national digital currency issued by the Bank of England. Welcome to the world of central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. And in the UK, that future has a name: the digital pound. In this video, we'll break it all down. What exactly is the digital pound? How will it work in the real world? When could it launch? And most importantly, what does it mean for you, your privacy, and the way you live your financial life? Because this isn't just about new tech, it's about the future of money itself.
So, what exactly is a CBDC? CBDC stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. That's a mouthful, so let's break it down. Central bank, like the Bank of England or the US Federal Reserve. Digital currency, money that exists only in electronic form. Now, don't confuse this with crypto. Yes, it's digital. Yes, it's money, but unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, a CBDC is centralized, controlled by a country's central bank, regulated, follows strict monetary rules, stable, pegged one-to-one with your national currency. In short, it's like cash, but digital and government-backed. There are two types of CBDCs being explored around the world: Retail CBDC and Wholesale CBDC. Retail CBDC is designed for everyday use by the public. You could use it to pay for coffee, send money to friends, or shop online. Think of it like digital cash. Easy, fast, and universally accepted. Wholesale CBDC is built for banks and financial institutions, used to settle large-scale transactions instantly. Think, central banks sending billions between each other in seconds instead of days. Retail is about you. Wholesale is about the financial plumbing behind the scenes. CBDCs aren't just theory, they're already happening. Examples from around the world: China's Digital Yuan, Europe's Digital Euro, US Digital Dollar, and the UK Digital Pound. Over 130 countries are exploring CBDCs as of 2025, and that number is growing fast. CBDCs represent a global shift, a response to declining use of physical cash, private sector innovation in digital payments, and growing demand for fast, secure, and inclusive money systems. But what makes the digital pound different? Why is the UK investing so much in this idea? That's what we'll explore next.
Why is the UK developing a digital pound? You might think contactless payments and Apple Pay are enough, but let's look at the facts. Cash is disappearing fast. Today, less than 15% of payments in the UK are made in cash, down from over 50% a decade ago. We're using mobile wallets, online banks, and just tapping our phones to pay. The world is moving quickly, and money needs to keep up. Private companies are taking over the payment space. Tech giants and fintechs handle payments, but they don't issue real money. If something goes wrong, your digital money could vanish overnight without a central bank to back it up. The digital pound allows the Bank of England to maintain control of our money while still encouraging innovation. It's about going cashless while ensuring our money remains safe, inclusive, and public. Not everyone has a bank account or wants to use commercial apps, but everyone needs access to secure money. The digital pound could be free to use, available without a bank account, and usable on basic phones or offline. It's not about replacing banks. It's about providing everyone access to a public, digital version of cash. Big tech is exploring their own money systems, and private stablecoins are becoming popular globally. If a company controls your currency, who controls your economy? The UK government wants to stay in control of its payment systems. In summary, the digital pound aims to keep up with modern payment habits, preserve public money, protect the economy, and include everyone in finance. But how would it work in practice? That's what we'll explore next.
So, the UK is diving into the future with a digital pound, but how does it actually work? Let's break it down step by step. First, the Bank of England creates the digital pounds. just like they print cash today, but you won't download a Bank of England app. Instead, you'll use trusted wallet providers like banks or fintech apps, just like Monzo or Starling. Your wallet will show your digital pound balance, allowing you to send money instantly, pay in shops, or save just like cash. And here's the kicker: no credit checks, no hidden fees, just fast, state-backed digital money. Payments will be instant, available 24/7 and final. No more waiting days to get paid. Plus, the digital pound could be programmable, automating payments and making transactions smarter. What about offline payments? You could pay even without a signal, keeping your funds secure. There might be tiered access for payments, balancing privacy and security like cash in your pocket. And cross-border payments, imagine sending £100 to Europe and they receive it instantly in their currency. But with innovation comes questions, especially around privacy and cybersecurity. What could go wrong with money in your phone? Now, let's dive into the crucial aspects of privacy, security, and risks surrounding the digital pound. While it has immense potential, it also brings up significant concerns, starting with privacy. When you use cash, your transactions are anonymous. No one knows who you are or where your money goes. But with a CBDC, every transaction could be tracked and analyzed, raising privacy issues. The Bank of England claims it won't track individual purchases, but the technology could allow it. To tackle this, they're exploring tiered privacy levels, anonymous for small payments, verification for larger ones, and full transparency for suspicious activities. Next up is cybersecurity. A digitized currency is a prime target for hackers and system failures. The Bank of England is implementing military-grade encryption and fail-safes, but can any system be completely secure? Another risk is bank disintermediation. If people can hold digital pounds directly, why keep money in commercial banks? In a crisis, this could lead to a digital bank run, prompting discussions on holding limits and interest rates. Then there's digital exclusion. Not everyone has a smartphone or reliable internet access, which could leave some behind. That's why offline access and user-friendly designs are essential for inclusivity. Ultimately, the digital pound could enhance efficiency, but if mishandled, it risks compromising our freedom and privacy. It's vital to get this right, because once we launch a state-backed digital currency, there's no turning back. So, when can you actually use the digital pound? The short answer: not yet. The more accurate answer, maybe by 2026, if everything goes smoothly. Let's walk through the timeline. In early 2023, the Bank of England and HM Treasury launched a formal consultation. Over 50,000 responses came in from the public, banks, fintechs, privacy experts, and economists. What did they find? That the idea of a digital pound is widely supported, but only if privacy, inclusion, and resilience are guaranteed. That brings us to now. We're in the middle of the design phase. This involves choosing the right technology, defining rules for wallets and providers, testing privacy controls, and modeling the economic impact of introducing digital pounds into the money supply. In short, this isn't just a coding project. It's a complete redesign of how public money could function in a digital world. The earliest we might see real-world trials of the digital pound, 2026. But even that depends on technical readiness, legislation passed by Parliament, and the results of pilot programs with select users and retailers. We're not talking about a big bang launch. It would start with limited testing and gradual rollout. And the UK isn't alone. By 2026, China's Digital Yuan will likely be in full use. Europe's digital euro could be available to millions, and other countries like India, Brazil, and Sweden are racing ahead too. So, while the UK is being cautious, it's also trying not to fall behind. So, when will you be able to walk into a shop and pay with digital pounds? If trials go well, if the tech works, and if the public is on board, then maybe, just maybe, by 2027 or 2028, the digital pound could be part of everyday life. So how will this all affect your day-to-day life? And what could it mean for how you save, spend, and interact with money? That's next.
So what does the digital pound really mean for you? It's one thing to hear about monetary policy and central banks, but let's bring it home. How will it change the way you spend, save, or get paid? Let's explore how the digital pound could change your daily life. Imagine instant payments with no delays, even on weekends or holidays. Think of it as money that knows what it's for. improving budgeting and reducing fraud. You could hold money in both a bank account and digital pounds, offering you more security. Sending money abroad could become instant and cost-effective, a game changer for many. The digital pound could provide access to banking for millions who currently lack it. But there are concerns about privacy and surveillance that we must address. The digital pound is a double-edged sword, offering both innovation and control. Before we wrap up, let's tackle the biggest myths and misunderstandings about the digital pound.
With a topic like the digital pound, myths spread fast. Let's clear the air with straight answers to the most common questions people ask. Is the digital pound replacing cash? No. The Bank of England has been clear. Cash will remain available. The digital pound is designed to complement cash, not kill it. So if you like using coins and notes, you'll still have that option. Is this just crypto with a new name? Not even close. Crypto, like Bitcoin, is decentralized, volatile, speculative, and not backed by any government. The digital pound is issued by the Bank of England, fully pegged to the pound, and designed to be stable and secure. It's digital, but it's not crypto. Will it pay interest? No. Unlike a savings account, the digital pound is intended to be like physical cash. It holds value but doesn't earn interest. That helps prevent it from competing with banks for deposits. Will I need a bank account to use it? Nope. You'll likely be able to use a regulated digital wallet without needing a full bank account. This opens the door for unbanked individuals, teens, and people with poor credit. It's all about financial inclusion. Can the government freeze my funds or track me? Technically, yes, but legally and ethically, only under extreme circumstances. The Bank of England says it won't monitor your spending, collect personal data, or block payments without lawful reason. Still, privacy experts want strong safeguards built into the system, not just promised later. Isn't this just a surveillance tool? It could be, if misused. That's why it matters how it's designed. Will wallets be private by default? Will we be able to use it anonymously for small payments? Will there be legal limits on state access? The answers will decide whether this becomes a tool for empowerment or a system of control. At the end of the day, the digital pound isn't inherently good or bad. It's just a powerful tool, and like any tool, it depends on how we use it. So, what's the final verdict? Let's wrap this up. So, is the digital pound the future of money? On one hand, it offers faster payments, more financial inclusion, and innovation in how we send, spend, and store value. On the other hand, it raises questions about privacy, control, and who really owns your money in a digital economy. The truth is, it's not about the tech. It's about the rules we write, the choices we make, and the values we protect. The digital pound isn't science fiction. It's already in development, and it could start appearing in real-world trials as soon as 2026, which means now is the time to ask questions, speak up, and stay informed. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. We've got explainer videos coming on stablecoins, AI and finance, open banking, and more. Got a question or concern about the digital pound? Drop it in the comments. We read everything. Thanks for watching. And remember, what happens to money affects everyone. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one. What do you think? Powerful innovation or a risky shift? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.